Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with One Piece episode 1054. We're finally back after a couple weeks off. We are back with more One Piece. Um, we didn't really leave off on anything spectacular. Sanji's evolving somehow, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Um, it's just I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I just feel like it kind of hurts his character a bit with what they're doing. The fight against Kaido is still going. We have Yamato heading back into Onigashima while Momo is still trying to figure out how to stop Onigashima. Excuse me. And not just stop it, but reverse it, basically. And it's just everything's still going on as normal. I'm excited to see how this continues to go, and hopefully we enjoy the ride as we continue on. But I do have a bit of an announcement to make here. So One Piece Film Red, as you know, we've been waiting for news on that, because we didn't do the Film Red tie-in episodes because I didn't want spoilers too far ahead of time and everything. So, as I said, we would do the tie-in episodes when we did the movie, the same week we did the movie. So, it has been announced that the movie will come to streaming here in the US on the 28th. Ugh. And I have decided that through that is about the time we're going to get to it. Which means, obviously, once again, we have to get to the tie-in episodes first. So, if we look here, it comes up. The 28th is next Tuesday. A weird date for it to be brought to streaming, but okay. So I think next week would be a good week to do this on. So next week we'll do the special episodes, and then probably sometime at the end of the week we will do the movie. I think it's just the best time to do it. Just we can finally get to it, so get it out of the way and everything. That's basically my plan here. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for a long time. And hopefully it lives up to the hype, because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I really have. So, yeah, that will be, once again, next week. We should still be getting to everything else. Like, the normal schedules shouldn't change. We're not going to get rid of that or anything. We're just going to be adding in a couple extra episodes of One Piece and the movie. That's all. So, that all being said, we're just going to get on with this episode, and we'll get on to next week's stuff next week. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and it fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So we have an entire episode here dedicated to Killer and Kid. Kid is struggling facing Big Mom because of Basil Hawkins having him voodooed. And Killer's having trouble facing Hawkins because of Kid being voodooed. It kind of hurts both of them. But eventually, Killer gets the idea. It's like, what if I attack a part of you that Kid doesn't have? he cuts off Hawkins' left arm because Kid already doesn't have a left arm. He lost that already. So this causes Hawkins to take the damage, allowing Killer to also remove the straw dowel that was connected to Kid, which just allows Killer to basically absolutely body Hawkins, because let's be honest, Hawkins is a bitch. Like, Hawkins is a little bitch. He's not that strong. He's really not. He just has an ability that is really, like, tricky to get past. It's a really, like, a really annoying ability that you can't just get past too easily, because it could spell the death of you or people you care about. So you have to be careful when facing him. But when it comes down to it, like, he's strong enough. Like, he's still a supernova. He's still one of the worst generation. But comparatively to the others, to Killer, to Kid, to Law, to obviously Luffy and Zoro, I would even say compared to Apu, he's not that strong. Like, I think Apu is just a little bit stronger. Because Apu's ability isn't built around, being a bitch. Apu's ability is built around attacking. And while Apu is a bitch, he can actually do more than Hawkins. And let's be honest, is definitely stronger than Hawkins. Not by a lot, but he is. And then there's others we haven't really fully gotten to meet yet, such as Jewelry Bonnie and the Mad Monkey Rouge, who will definitely be coming into play still. But it's like, I'm glad that we're getting a lot of focus in the post-time skip on the worst generation, that we get to see them really shine, and especially in this arc. Kid and Killer and Law has been shining, mind you. He shined a lot during Dressrosa, especially. But Kid and Killer have really been doing well in this arc. And it's, honestly, prior to Wano, I had nothing against them, but I didn't really like them either. At this point, I would say I really do like them both. I do really like their characters. They're really great characters, and I love their loyalty to each other. I love just how cool they can be. And yeah, I even love their sassiness. I genuinely love Kid and Killer a lot more than I ever did prior to Wano. And I love what this arc did for them. So, we now have Hawkins taken down. Another fight has been completed. And that goes into the fight between Big Mom is probably going to start ramping up a lot more now. Because now that Kid doesn't have to worry about mysterious pains. Because he has no idea what was going on. He doesn't know that was Hawkins fucking with him. He can fight along with Law to the best of his abilities, and that's definitely going to turn the tide of the fight against Big Mom. I don't know exactly how much longer that's going to last, though. Because, again, the manga is currently in the Egghead Island arc. It's the arc right after Wano. And so the question kind of comes out to, at this point, how much longer will Wano last? I'm thinking that Wano will be over before episode 1100. Which sounds like a lot more than it is, but think about it, this is 1054, meaning there's less than 50 episodes left. There's 46 episodes left until 1100. So I think that Wano's gonna be over before we hit 1100. Not on 1100. Before that, I don't think there's that much left, honestly. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. The manga is usually ahead, and the anime is known for being lagging behind on purpose for obvious reason. But also like expanding things out in order to make sure that they don't catch up too quickly. And some people are pissy about that. It's like, oh, they're stretching things out too far. It's like these scenes shouldn't be taking this long and everything. It's like, shut up, just shut up. It's like there's a valid reason for why they're doing it, and all in all, it's like it's not hurting the series like at all. The story is still just as good. If you're really that like if you're really going to be that bitchy over having to wait a little longer for certain plot points to get back to, it's like you're taking in the wrong series in the first place, whether you're in the manga or the anime. It's like, yeah, the manga's going to be faster because you're actively reading it and you can choose your own pace and everything, but still, Oda's going to do things at his own pace, not yours. And that means sometimes you might not come back to a fight for a little bit. Like, will you get to it a lot faster in the manga than in the anime? Yeah, probably. But it'll still be a little bit of a wait. It's like, I don't understand people's, like, rush to get through it. Again, the stretching of things in the anime doesn't hurt anything. And the positives, in my opinion, the positives of it being in anime form far outweigh any kind of negatives it could have over the pacing compared to the manga. Like, I've heard of the entire One Pace thing, which is supposed to take out filler, which one I don't really agree with doing. Because the filler is part of the enjoyment. And a lot of the filler in One Piece is actually pretty damn good. Um, but the One Piece anime edits also like cut out a lot of like scenes and stuff from the anime that basically are they either deem too long or um just lagging behind basically. But that kind of hurts the point, and it kind of hurts a lot of the tension that's built up, a lot of the anticipation. It's like going too fast would honestly just make it feel unnatural at this point. You have to realize anime and manga are different mediums. They can't be told in the same way. That's not that you can't do that. Just like when you adapt a chapter book. When you adapt a novel into a movie or a series of movies or a show or something, it can't be paced the same. It will not work because they're two different mediums that require different pacings, different handlings, different methods of expressing and displaying certain things. You can't tell them in the same way. And again, it's my opinion, mind you, of more of the positives of anime too, with voice acting, the actual animation, movement and stuff, and music and stuff like that. That, in my opinion, just makes anime superior to manga always. Um, it just adds a level that manga cannot have. So I get that that's opinion, and you're entitled to your opinions and everything regarding manga versus anime, but it's like, again, don't be super bitchy about the pacing and all. It's annoying at this point. It's like you just keep saying the same shit, and in the end, no one cares. Seriously, the anime is still going to be enjoyed. You're not going to take away from that. You're not going to stop people from enjoying the anime. You're doing nothing besides making yourself look kind of sad. It's like you have your opinions. Don't try to like force them on others. You can even share them. Share your opinions. Just don't be so pushy and bitchy about them. You can share your opinions without being like that. You do know that. But yeah, either way, I'm not going to go on that rant forever. There's a lot of issues I have with the One Piece fandom. I mean, it's so bad. It's such a toxic fandom. Um, it's just like I just hope I never act like that, and if I do, call me out, please, because I don't want to act like that. Just because I'm a fan of One Piece doesn't mean I'm like one of those toxic people who like to just not give a shit about other people in the fandom. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna get into all of that here. I could ramble about that forever. I rambled about it enough here, but yeah. So this episode, again, not much of anything else happened. It was just the stuff with Killer taking on Hawkins and the dilemma of whether or not to hit him, and Kid facing the repercussions of Hawkins bashing his head against the wall and shit. Um, so not really much else to talk about. It didn't really even set up too much of anything outside of like the continued fight against Big Mom. But we're going to have to see how the other storylines continue to go as we continue on. But yeah, like I said in the pre-thoughts as well, we are going to be getting to film Red next week, as well as the specialty episodes. The Film Red tie-in episodes, I will probably be doing one episode per video just so I can like slide them in, or maybe all together, because they're all back to back, right? So I could probably just do them all in one video and then slide them in the playlist to where they're supposed to be. But obviously I'll have to mention in the video, it's like, oh, I recorded this after like 1054/1055. So it's like, I'm recording this like right before I'm actually getting to film Red and stuff. I'll have to mention that for sure. But it probably will be put in the playlist where it's supposed to be in terms of chronological order and all. But I am excited. I am excited to see these specials. I guess you could count them as specials. I'm excited to see the movie. And just excited for more regular episodes to be back. So for now, thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.